Hey, young minds, future leaders, and learners. I'm Anil sir, your guide at Student Care Center. Get ready to embark on an exciting learning adventure with us. Our videos are packed with knowledge, fun, and everything in between. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of education together. Let's get started.
Ever wondered how living organisms adapt to their surroundings? Let's dive into this fascinating topic together. Living organisms, whether it's a towering oak tree, a scampering squirrel, or even a teeny-weeny bacterium, all have one thing in common. They interact and adapt to their surroundings, a concept we call habitat. Now, habitats can take on many forms, and we generally classify them into two main categories: terrestrial and aquatic. Terrestrial habitats, as the name suggests, are land-based. Think of the sprawling desert, the towering mountains, or the lush grasslands. On the other hand, aquatic habitats are water-based. These could be the serene ponds, the rushing rivers, or the vast oceans. Each organism, depending on its habitat, has unique adaptations that help it survive and thrive. Understanding these habitats and how organisms adapt to them is key to comprehending the intricate web of life on Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, before we journey into the intricacies of terrestrial habitats, let's take a brief comical detour. Meet Larry, our resident animated lizard, who always seems to find himself in the most hilarious of predicaments. Now, Larry is a curious creature, always on the lookout for adventure. One sunny day, Larry decides to try out some of these adaptations we've been discussing. First, he attempts to imitate a cactus, standing still in the desert sun with his arms wide, waiting for rainfall. But alas, the sun's heat proves too much for poor Larry, and he quickly scuttles off in search of shade. Next, Larry tries to scale a mountain, just like a mountain goat. He hops from rock to rock, but his smooth lizard feet aren't quite as grippy as a goat's hooves. After a couple of slips and slides, Larry decides mountain climbing might not be his forte. Finally, Larry fancies himself a gazelle, sprinting across the grasslands. He leaps and bounds with all his might. But remember, Larry is a lizard, not a gazelle, and his short lizard legs don't quite give him the speed he needs. He huffs and puffs, eventually settling for a more leisurely pace. Our friend Larry might not have succeeded in his attempts to adapt like other creatures, but he sure did bring us some laughs. Remember, each organism is unique and has its own special ways to survive in its habitat. Now let's move on and see how real-life organisms have mastered the art of adaptation in their terrestrial habitats. Imagine being a cactus in the desert or a mountain goat in the high peaks. How do they survive? Picture the desert, a vast expanse of sand, scorching sun, and scarce water. Yet the cactus thrives. It's because they've got some pretty cool adaptations. They store water in their thick stems and have spines instead of leaves to reduce water loss. Now let's ascend to the mountains, where the air is thin and the temperature plummets. Here the mountain goat reigns supreme. Its sturdy hooves provide excellent grip for the rocky terrain, and its thick fur keeps it warm in the biting cold. Then there are the grasslands, the world's breadbasket. Creatures here, like the gazelle, have developed long, lean legs for speed to escape predators, and their keen eyesight spots danger from afar. So whether it's a desert, mountain, or grassland, every organism has found a unique way to adapt and survive. Now, let's dive into the world of aquatic habitats. How do organisms adapt to life underwater? Aquatic habitats, like ponds and oceans, are teeming with life. Each organism has had to adapt in unique ways to survive. In ponds, we find plants with roots fixed in soil, anchoring them in place, while their leaves float on the water surface to get sunlight. Let's not forget those plants with roots submerged in water. They've adapted to absorb oxygen directly from water. A rather clever trick, if you ask me. And what about the oceans? They're a different ballgame altogether. Here, life has adapted to extreme pressure, low light, and temperatures. Microscopic plankton float near the surface, harnessing the sun's energy, while colossal whales dive deep, using sonar-like echolocation to hunt in the darkest depths. From the tiniest plankton to the largest whale, aquatic life is a testament to the power of adaptation. We've seen how life adapts to various habitats both on land and in water. It's truly a marvel of nature, isn't it? We started off by understanding what habitats are, the places where plants, animals, and other organisms live and thrive. We then dived into terrestrial habitats, exploring how organisms adapt to life in deserts, mountains, and grasslands. We saw how plants secure themselves in the soil in various ways, showing us the wonder of nature's design. Then, we took a deep dive into aquatic habitats, understanding how life thrives in both ponds and the vast oceans. We discovered plants with roots submerged in water and how they've adapted to this unique environment. So, what's next? Want to explore more about the amazing world of living organisms and their surroundings? Reach out to Anil sir at the Student Care Center at 9999060986. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and leave a comment. Together, we can make learning fun and easy.